Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full get ready with me full face of SheGlam. We're going to be using SheGlam Cosmic Come Up collection, their face products, and a lot of these products I've already done full reviews on in other videos. Check the description box out and the cards for additional Shein and SheGlam looks and links. Today I'm using the SheGlam Gel Eyeshadow Primer. And I've already applied that, and I'm using the SheGlam Brows on Demand. This is a brow pen on one side and a brow pencil on the other, an auto one. And I got the shade Chocolate. I thought it matched my hair the most, and I actually think it does. It looks really good, a very close match. And I used the pen to draw fine hair-like little pieces to my eyebrow. And then I'll go in and fully fill them in. But if you wanted to get away with just using that pen, for an everyday look, I think it would definitely could be pulled off. The auto part pencil of this is creamy and easy to use as well. Very blendable. It looks really nice to me. I'm really pleased with this product. I got it on sale for like $2. I'll go in with a Q-tip and clean my brows up. And then I'm going to use the SheGlam the Multi-Fix Concealer palette, and I'm going to use the lightest concealer in here, and I'm going to apply that under the brows to perfect them, and I will blend that out. And it also makes for a really nice highlighted brow area, and it is just etched out, and I love how it looks. So once I have that, I'm using the SheGlam Cosmic Come Up eyeshadow palette. And this is such a cute palette. It's space themed, does a little alien box. It kind of like twists around. And I'm using the shade Asteroid. And I'm going to be using this on a fluffy crease brush and applying that kind of messily in the crease because it's close to my skin tone. And it's about a, shade or two darker. But it takes some blending this one up. But most of these eyeshadows in this palette are extremely pigmented. They're really nice, and it's a really nice creamy matte kind of formula. The shimmer shades in this palette are phenomenal as well, and this palette has turned out to be a really nice one. So I'm going to use Eclipse, and I'm using that on a more denser crease brush, and I'm going to pick that up, and it is a shimmery purple shade. And I'm going to press that in the outer corner, and I'm only going to bring it about halfway into the crease area for this look. I wanted this look to be kind of more toned down than the last look I did using this palette, and more like an everyday kind of look. And I honestly love how it turned out. I just keep building this up because these shimmery shades and some of the mattes in this palette are so pigmented that if you go in with a heavy hand right off, you're going to ruin your look. So I'm picking up a little bit more of the crease shade and blending that in with the purple shimmery shade, and you'll barely be able to tell that's a shimmery shade when we get done. I'll just keep blending around the edges of that and meshing those two together. They blend so nicely too. Starburst is this shimmery light pink purple opalescent shade. And I'm going to spritz my brush with a Hard Candy Primer Spray. I'm going to use that to foil this eyeshadow. I'm only going to be dipping my brush into half of that eyeshadow, so in case we get hard pan or anything, it'll only be on half of the eyeshadow. So I'm going to apply that to the lid using a flat shader brush and just kind of drag it and press it motions. And because it's wet, I just kind of paint it on, really. Such a beautiful shimmery purpley shade with this opalescent of pink going through it. Using the shade Gravity as my highlight. This is just a nice, beautiful vanilla shade. And I'm using that as the highlight. So I'm going to press that under the brow, and I'm going to use it to blend down the crease shades that we used. And they blend so nicely. This palette blends really nicely. The shades are pigmented, the shimmers are super shimmery metallic, and this palette is the best performing SheGlam palette I've ever used. I've tried a few, and totally worth the $8. It's very nice. I'm using a wipe for my fallout. I'm using the SheGlam birthday primer. They have a birthday primer and a regular primer. This is the pink one. I'm using a brush to apply this. It's kind of like the e.l.f. putty primer, but better. So I use this to kind of press that into the pores, and it really does a great job at filling fine lines and pores. And this is one of the best primers I've used. And from SheGlam, the Cosmic Come Up Alien Face Sponge, this thing is massive. This is it wet. It is super soft, and I'm really impressed. For foundation, I'm going to be using the SheGlam Full Coverage Foundation Balm. And you have to use your fingers to warm up this product because there's wax in it. This is a full coverage product. I go in with a light hand because I don't want too much of a heavy makeup on this day, but I use my sponge to blend this out. You can use your fingers to blend this out, a sponge, or a brush, whatever you personally prefer. They all work, and I think the sponge did a really good job at not absorbing all of the foundation or anything like that. The foundation itself is very nice as well. I've done other videos using it. Going back in with that concealer palette, I'm going to be taking the peachy shade and one of the lighter concealers in the palette for my under eyes. So the peachy shade in the innermost portion of the eye, about halfway under eye, and then the light at the outer corner. And then I'm just kind of blend them together and make this perfect, beautiful combination for under eyes. This concealer palette is very useful and it's very nice. These velvet sponges I got from Shein, they are so incredibly soft. They have a spot for your fingers to hold onto the sponge, and the SheGlam Insta Ready Under Eye Setting Powder. So it has a loose powder and a pressed powder for under eyes and face. And this is a really nice powder, and I'm just going to use that to set the foundation and concealer down. I had no issues with creasing or breaking up too much other than just around the nose, regular wear around the nose. Other than that, these face products are phenomenal. Lower lash line, I'm using the darker shimmery purple, and I'm going to be taking the lighter shimmery purple in the inner corner. I'm just keeping it kind of basic. And I really do love how this look came out. I'm wiping away any fallout I might have and buffing in my powder. So SheGlam Morning Beam Bronzer. Beautiful, beautiful bronzer. Perfect bronzer for fair tones. And I'm going to do my cheeks and my nose. And I'm going to do a little shadow under my lip to make me look like I have a more powderier lip. I'll do the chin and the forehead. And once I'm done with that, I will blend it out with my Kabuki brush from e.l.f. Such a great brush. SheGlam Love Cake Liquid Blush. This blush is such a pretty pink, and it smells so good. And I'm going to use a brush to apply it. You can apply it using it directly to your skin, but I always find it lifts my foundation and my powder, so I don't really like that. So I use a brush and lightly apply some of that to my cheeks and my nose. And this Moonside highlighter from SheGlam. This is such a beautiful, beautiful highlighter, and very, very beaming, so you kind of have to go a little light-handed with it, otherwise you're going to be really beaming. So I'm going to once again go in and blend that out, and any powder products I will go back in and blend those out. So WetnWild's Breakup eyeliner to tightline with, and the Chroma liner from SheGlam. This is gorgeous. These eyeliners, any of the eyeliners I've tried from SheGlam, are so pigmented, very creamy, and they last all day long. I definitely recommend the Chroma ones. The lashes are from Shein and the AOA Studio Lash Adhesive, and these lashes are phenomenal. I believe they were like $3 for 7 pairs. Highly recommend these lashes. They're easy to apply, they have a thin band, and they are very flattering on hooded eyes. This particular style is like a fluffy cat eye. I think they're actually calling it fishtail on their website now. And for lips, I'm using the SheGlam High Beam, the matte lipsticks, and I'm using the plum one. These are so pretty. They're so pigmented. They are very small, and the lid does pop up easily, so I don't recommend carrying them in your purse, but very, very beautiful shades, very creamy matte, and they do last. This is a setting spray from SheGlam, and I'm going to use that to set my makeup today. I'm going to fan that off, and I think this look in its entirety came out very beautifully. I hope you guys enjoyed today's makeup look, found the video helpful, and try to look out for yourself. Maybe purchase some of these SheGlam products. They're amazing and at a very affordable price. So I thank you guys so very much for watching, and stay tuned for more Shein and SheGlam makeup videos. Don't forget to check the description box and the cards for additional Shein and SheGlam links. Thank you so much for watching.